Hey gang, it's TikaBabyGurl, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Tika. I'm a little bit under the weather, just a little bit. That's my voice sound like this, but listen, I'm about to make some red beans, y'all. Some bomb red beans, and guess what else? I'm about to put some sausage in there, about to make that flavor pop. I don't have any turkey tails or anything like that right now. I'm gonna just use what I have. So I have some red beans that soaked overnight. You got to be careful, keep watching it because you don't want them to spoil, because once they spoil, it's done for. But here they are. They doubled in size. Then I chopped up some onions. I attempted to dice them up. Like I said, I'm not feeling too good, so I ain't take the time. But here's minced garlic and my olive oil. You're supposed to put it in 2 different pans, but ain't nobody got time for that. I'm using 1 pot for everything. So I let the olive oil simmer just a little bit, just get warm. Add the onion. Let it saute down a little bit, along with the garlic, minced garlic. Man, you can't go wrong with minced garlic, but you have to be careful because you can easily put too much. I only put 2 tablespoons approximately. I don't measure for real, but that's about 2 tablespoons. Jade in the background being all loud. Mix it all up real good, and then we're gonna let it simmer, let it saute. Oh, that looking good already. We about to add these beans that has been soaking all night. They say like 10 hours approximately should be good. Then we're going to add, that's a pound of beans, but then we're going to add about 6 cups of water on top of that. And that way it'll have that, it won't be dry, Jay. Man, y'all, this smells so good right about now. I'm about to add all these seasonings in there. Really, with the seasoning, add whatever you have. Pretty much like just the basics for real. And then you can get all fancy as you get used to seasoning and stuff. But right now, salt, pepper, seasoned salt, garlic powder. You don't need too much garlic because we have all that minced garlic in there. But I put garlic powder on everything almost. What is it? Oh, parsley. Gotta have a parsley. And I think that's all I put in there. You don't want to put too much seasoning because you don't want it salty. Once it gets salty, it's done. Done for. Mix all that seasoning up. At this point, I'm stirring like this because the beans are still kind of hard, so I don't have to worry about it getting mushy. But toward the end, you want to just flip. You don't want to stir. You want to just like I'm about to do right now. Oh, not quite. But you want to roll instead of stir. Oh Lord, don't mind me. I told y'all I wasn't feeling good. Okay, this is about an hour later. You see how I'm just rolling it over, just flipping it over real soft. You don't want to do too much because it's gonna get mushy, and don't nobody like no mushy beans, y'all. This smells so freaking good, so good. Okay, this on medium heat, low medium heat, and I'm gonna add the sausage in there. You can be fancy and slice it at an angle, throw it on up in there. Yeah, the flavor from that sausage is gonna really get in that the liquid. Bro, I'm at a loss for words. But anyway, y'all, I'm really not feeling good. Like, what is the problem? Let it stir. Let that meat simmer in there. It's gonna infuse that taste into the beans. This is 2 hours later. So an hour from when I put the meat in there, but a total of 2 hours from the start. You see, I'm still flipping it. I'm not like stirring it or nothing so that the beans won't get mushy. I'm just being gentle with it. You see, it's not as thick, so this is just a little bit of flour and water. If you add a little bit to the pot, it'll thicken the what do they call this stuff? The broth or whatever. It'll thicken it up, but you don't want to put too much. It looked like I put too much, but I didn't. It still tastes real good. Another thing, when you put flour water in your mix to thicken it up, you have to make sure it cooks down, because otherwise you're gonna taste that flour. It's gonna ruin your dish. So get it all stirred in there. She's so silly. Stir it. I mean, not stir it, but flip it. You know what I mean. It's a lot thicker than before, and it got a lot more thick afterwards too. Y'all, when I tell y'all, bro, I had 2 bowls back to back. I ain't give myself a chance to get full. I ate 2 bowls back to back. It's so good and flavorful. And when I told y'all not to put too much seasoning in there, you can always add to it, but once you add too much seasoning, it's done. But this was perfect for me. Ooh, y'all, look at that. On the next episode of Cooking with Tika, we are making brookies, y'all. Brookies, yes, aka cookie brownies. Stay tuned. Normally, I would video record this portion, but I'm feeling a little under the weather, like I said earlier. So, I still want to give my shout out. Today's shout out goes out to Stacy Barron. Thank you so much for your love and support. I appreciate your kind words. Continue to support me. I love you guys so much.